We'll see Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans.
To kick off for Denver.
The final game of the opening weekend of 2020. Time for football from Denver. Broncos and Titans. And this carries into the end zone. They had no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Good down by Bryce Callahan.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here we go. 30!
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. There he goes left side, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 8.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down.
Nice play on the ball by A.J. Brown, and he comes up with the reception. He had a terrific 2019 as a rookie. The first one since 1970 to go over 1,000 yards receiving and average over 20 yards per catch.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At their 49-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. Smith catches left side. Touchdown, Titans.
Tannehill's pass.
Jonnu Smith, 51 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone, but today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, but they're extremely athletic, and they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. The first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made by Jayon Brown.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon, past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 69 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And is lining up for the extra point.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Justin Simmons.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Short throw to Smith. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Jonnu Smith.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, short throw to Smith. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here, as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 2. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own.
And we remind you, still one more game to get to before we put a bow on Week 1. It comes up at the conclusion of this one. Titans and Broncos in the AFC from Mile High, and that ought to be one worth staying up for. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And some space here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
And 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Locke working out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Tannehill's pass is A.J. Boye.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
On the play.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Denver's offense ready to go again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's the 3rd-year running back, Philip Lindsay. Lindsay, first down and more than that. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down. On first down, right back to Lindsay.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball out of the backfield and move the sticks.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Landry. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Locke throwing on target to Fant. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Broncos.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's Locke. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Locke. Goes back to Sutton, this time completes it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
Brandon McManus.
Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Makes the score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard
time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphries, 62 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Gostkowski for the extra point.
So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Gostkowski, the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. KJ Hamler returning it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
A.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Block now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Locke to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
A gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd and 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. And do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Then he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted by the Titans.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
5 yards.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To Jonnu Smith.
Working with a 2nd and 4. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill, and he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run with Austin. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
The running back.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
From the 41, Locke. This is the tight end fan. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st down, it's Austin. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he goes back, losing yardage back to the 16. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry. They'll go again with Lindsey.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Alberto, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 10, 2:25 remaining. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to Adam Humphrey.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Man open left side is Brown. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. This one caught by Davis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We've got a plane to catch.
And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Lock. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football.